Hey, salut à tous, bienvenue sur la chaîne, j'espère que vous allez bien, en tout cas pour moi ça va, bienvenue pour un nouvel épisode sur NBA 2K23. Donc aujourd'hui au programme 2 matchs, donc le premier match à Miami, pour l'instant on est à 3 victoires de suite, on est toujours premier. Et après ça sera un match contre Philadelphie.
MP, what's up, bro?
T-Mac, man, you here to see me?
Yeah, I'm here to see you. Your agent told me you could use some advice.
Well, y'all clowning me or something?
Nah, nothing like that, man. I'm a fan. What you did in college was impressive.
Dang, man, that means a lot, man. Appreciate that.
But I saw what happened to you on draft night. I felt like I could relate.
Wait, how? You weren't booed in your draft night?
Nah, I didn't get booed, but there was plenty of hate. Coming out of high school like I did, a lot of people didn't respect that. I got a label put on me, just like you did, by sticking around for your junior year.
All right, so what'd you do to get past that?
And I needed to talk to someone who went through what I did, so I hit up Kobe.
Hey, wait. First off, I didn't even know y'all were that close.
We used to talk all the time. He was the other big name high school player, and he knew better than anyone what I was going through.
Wait, T-Mac, hold on. I literally grew up watching y'all ball together, so to hear you say that is mind-blowing, bruh. Could you tell me what kind of advice he gave you?
And we talked about all kinds of stuff, but the most important thing I got from him was his work ethic. That's what separates people at this level. It's not talent, it's not how many years you went to school, it's work.
And that's the only way to prove it, man. Work.
Yes, sir, you gotta produce.
100%.
You will. You got the right character for it. I can see it.
Man, that mean a lot coming from you, man. For real.
You got that spark about you. Keep working, MP.
Yes,
You'll
sir.
get where you want to go.
Yes, sir.
Allez, deuxième match à Miami. J'espère que ça va se passer aussi bien que le premier.
And some players are fast starters. Others start slow. All right, Brett, which one were you?
Man, BA, I love being ready, tip-top shape, and just come out, shot out of the cannon.
Alors.
Checked in
Allez.
for Jimmy Butler. The Raptors also with a sub. MP's checked in for Barnes.
On a Oladipo. Allez.
So for Toronto right now, Pascal Siakam out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then it's MP. And it's Benton in at the shooting guard position. VanVleet, the pass to MP. Here's Benton. Pass to Siakam. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Dwayne Dedmon.
You can see the length come into play, whether Siakam's facing up or back to the basket.
Pascal Siakam, 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Siakam.
Bien.
And Brent, you look at Miami's playoff pedigree. They've made the Eastern Conference Finals 6 times over the last 12 years.
Yeah, and those 2 championships they had in that 12-year period were square on the shoulders of their big 3 that they put together. But I don't see them slowing down when it comes to reloading. This team knows how to do it well.
Siakam hits them both. For Miami,
Yeah,
they've
Victor.
gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Oladipo outside. Back to Lowry. To the inside. Here's Hero. Can't cash it in from close range.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And the
Voilà.
basket by VanVleet.
This is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Oladipo against MP. Back to Lowry. Pass to Hero. Launches a 3. Again, the Heat
Ah,
misses.
ça rentre pas.
Toronto's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Tant mieux, tant mieux.
Here's Ben. By
Ah,
Lowry.
bien
And
joué.
good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Oladipo outside. Offensive rebound. Heat. Adebayo. That's good.
Just doesn't feel like Bam Adebayo is 6'9". He covers so much ground.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Here's MP. It's good.
Oui,
And
mais bon.
get the assist to Siakam.
Defensively,
On a
their
tenu bon.
effort hasn't been great early on.
The Heat have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Oladipo on the wing. From about 16, here's Dedmon. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Dedmon using his length that time on the offensive end.
Van Vliet against Lowry. Pass to Ben. Now MP. Back to Siakam. Clock at 6. And here's MP. He's guarded by Oladipo. A shot from the high post.
Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y.
And the
Bien.
Raptors getting another bucket right there.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Oladipo outside. Now here's Hero. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Là, ça rentre toujours
And
pas.
the
Hein.
defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Here's Ben. He's guarded by Hero.
Ah, il tente, mais
Well, some more of the
il est un peu au casse-pipe là.
of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Siakam with it. Picked up by Lowry.
Allez, Pascal, bien.
Siakam's got 8. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Call for
They've
the
done a
Temps
great
mort.
job tonight of getting out in transition.
Ça, pour l'instant, ça se passe très bien.
Fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Here's 7, passes to Hero. And here's Dedmon. Now Young with a steal. Here's the break. Here's Van Vliet.
Voilà.
Finished off the break.
Bien, Fred.
6 points for him.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Van Vliet against Hero. Shot clock at 5. Here's 7, passes to Strus. Over Trent, tipped.
Ouh, contré.
Puts up a 3.
Allez, Gary. Bien.
Trent
And the
Jr.
Raptors lead by 17.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Martin, the pass to Dedmon. Outside Strus. And again, the Heat missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Trent. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode
Shooting
once he
for
gets
Toronto.
going. He's
Gary
impossible to slow
Trent
down.
Jr.
And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Oh, he heats up in an instant, BA. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Then he drops the first. Both shots good for the strike.
And they're doing a great job of earning their trips to the line.
Miami calls timeout. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
It seemed like they were forcing shots, and the shooting percentage reflected that.
Also, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Miami has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Hero, the pass to Strus. Back to Hero. And a nice finish on the layup.
The paint can open up for Hero because he's such
Au moins, ça rentre.
smart to attack.
Allez.
He had a chance to do it there.
Van Vliet against Hero. And the basket
Bien.
by Van Vliet.
Bien joué.
Van Vliet's got 8.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they
Fred
don't hesitate.
VanVleet.
Martin outside. Pass to Yurt-7. No good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. MP left side. The kick out to Young. Down low. That's good from Van Vliet. And the assist by Young.
Assist goes to
10 points for him.
Thaddeus Young.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Pass to Martin. Hero outside. And it's stolen by Van Vliet. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. It's
Thaddeus
good.
Young.
Ah,
They're not
Thaddeus.
messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Strus. Hero outside. Pass to Strus. 6 to shoot. And here's your 7. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Strus' shot
raté.
is off. Toronto's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's MP. And it's
Ah, c'est pas passé.
Hero outside. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Van Vliet, the pass to Young. MP left side. Van Vliet finds Trent from
Allez,
outside
vas-y,
the
Gary.
arc.
Oui,
And the Raptors
ça
another
rentre.
three.
Junior.
And just executing
Bien.
at a high level. I mean,
Oh là là, mais on leur a mis un éclat dès le départ. Hein.
and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that
Si on
gets
contrôle
talked
bien,
about, but
ça devrait
it's
passer.
importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Fred Van Vliet has been on display for the Raptors. He put together 10
24
points
points
in the
d'avance.
quarter. We'll be right
Please
back.
give a big round of applause for your Heat Youth Dance.
Allez. On va simuler jusqu'à mon entrée.
Substitution on the court.
Changes. Yurt-7's checked in for Adebayo. Martin comes in for Oladipo.
Ah, ils sont
And
revenus un
Tyler
petit
Hero
peu là,
subbed
plus
in for Lowry.
14.
A big group substitution here for Toronto. Young, he's checked in for Siakam. Boucher comes in for Scotty Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And MP subbed in for Trent. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Chris Boucher, Fred Van Vliet out there with MP.
Vas-y.
Thaddeus Young.
Yes, passe décisive. Deuxième.
3
Nice
points.
feed from MP, head on a swivel.
For Miami, they've gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Outside Strus. Pass to Martin. Outside Butler. You're 7 with the ball. Here's Strus. That three's off the mark.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Here's Van Vliet. And that
Wow,
one goes
and
in
one.
as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or
Ça
a
se passe
size
super bien
advantage
pour
over your
l'instant.
defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Hero, the pass to Strus. Hero against Van Vliet. Pass to Strus. 3-pointer.
Ah,
And that's his 3rd bucket in 8 attempts.
je l'ai harcelé, mais il a réussi à marquer.
Three-pointer now after not getting any in the opening period.
Hero against Van Vliet. Here's MP. So it'll be 2
Oh,
free
oh,
throws.
la
He
faute.
was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yurtseven.
It's going to go on Omer, you're 7.
That's a determined
pensais être
guy.
passé, mais non.
He gets inside and forces that foul.
At the line
That
for the
trip to the
Raptors.
line is earned.
The front office got a lot of blowback when they made
Ouais.
MP their first round pick. Most of the
Toujours,
fans
comme j'ai
had their
dit,
eyes
là,
set on Shep Owen.
faut que
I know
la
it
jauge
was a
soit au
tough
maximum
decision. As a GM, you don't want to alienate your fan
pour que je
base,
puisse marquer.
but at the same time, you have to do what you think is best for the club in the long term.
And both free throws
Voilà,
good for
les deux
MP.
réussis.
Zero
Première fois que je réussis les deux.
trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Hero, the pass to Strus. Martin with the ball. He's guarded by Porter. Pass to Yurtseven. Over at Chua. And he got the whistle on the way
Ah,
up. So
Precious.
he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Well, the naming of the NBA 75th anniversary team was a fun event last season. That sparked plenty of conversation, Brent.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see how it is the NBA settled on 75. So many memorable players throughout the decades. But I really enjoyed the event. I really enjoyed seeing all of those players once again getting together to be celebrated for all of their accomplishments and for building the foundation of what the NBA is today.
And
Ah
the
non,
Raptors
ça
miss
passe
again.
pas.
Miami has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Here's Strus. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Deadman, good.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Van Vliet against Hero.
Vas-y, vas-y.
And the basket by
Voilà.
Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 15 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Pass to Strus. And that's his 4th bucket in 9 attempts.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Here's Van Vliet.
Ah, il va tout le temps au panier. Hein.
Van Vliet's got 7
Ça, il
points
fait rarement des passes. Hein.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this
Il
quarter.
attaque toujours lui-même le panier.
And here's Hero. Can't cash in the 10-footer.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
Ah, voilà une passe au moins.
With the dunk.
That was execution to
Et c'est pas
perfection.
mal.
Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Pass to Strus. Now Martin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Fires the 3. Porter pulls it in.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
MP with it. Hero picks him up. Porter against Martin. Outside Porter. The shot.
Allez, yes, auto. On s'en sort quand même.
A minute 29 left in the first half.
Otto Porter Jr. has had some of his production drop in the past couple seasons, but still relied upon as a guy who can stretch out the defense where he can knock down some threes.
And your 7 gets it to go.
Toujours 20 points d'avance. Temps mort.
Toronto calls timeout.
It'll be a wrap.
So what do you think Otto Porter Jr.
Pour l'instant, on
has to do
tient,
to regain
on
that
résiste.
form, Brett?
Yeah, I think last year he was in a great position with the Warriors in the role that he played. So leaning more into that, just being a guy available on the perimeter to knock down open shots and take as many as you can at that point.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Trent comes in for Porter Jr. Here's Van Vliet. Pure.
Voilà.
That's basket number 9
Super.
on 12 tries.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
No good from outside.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
MP, the pass to Anunoby.
Ah, voilà la
And the
passe.
assist goes to MP.
Assisted.
MP's got 3 assists in the game.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
32 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Hero. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Hero against Van Vliet. MP, the pass to Young. Back to MP. Shot left block. And
Oui.
there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Watch how MP uses that dribble move to open things up. He got the defender way out of position.
Hero for 3. That one is off. And so it's the Toronto
Ah, très bien.
Raptors. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their defense has forced a number
Maintenant,
of
tout
key
se passe bien
turnovers,
encore.
giving them a clear advantage on possessions. Back to the game.
On tient notre
after this
avance.
break.
Cool. « 65 points en une mi-temps, c'est vraiment pas mal. Très bonne réussite là.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably.
Allez, on simule. Kylori est toujours à 0 points. C'est ça aussi qui sont en retard. Hein. Il y a vraiment un déficit là, un déficit de points. Déficit de réussite. Ah ça y est, 2 points. Enfin, il a ouvert son compteur.
Your 7's checked in for Adebayo. Dedmon comes in for Butler. Martin, he's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Strus in for Lowry. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Omer Yurtseven. Then there's Caleb Martin. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Hero in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Ah, j'étais bloqué.
Don't go to there. Strus has got 13.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Trent finds MP. Here's Boucher. It's good. And he drew contact on the
and one.
shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown.
Match à sens unique pour l'instant.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
Well, if we
Ouais,
add
fait
another
souffler
thing to it, it's
Pascal.
about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
The free throw drops for Boucher. And it's the Heat with the ball. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Pass to Hero. Here's Martin from deep. Knocks down the long J. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Barnes with it. Now Dedmon defends. Barnes,
Yeah.
it's good.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Outside Strus. Back to Hero from deep 3-point range. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie
C'était
LaForce.
sûr que j'allais le perdre.
Well, Miami is very efficient. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, you want to maximize your offense in all the different ways in your menu without feeling like
Balle
you're
pour lui.
taking turns. I don't think anyone would say that about our team. They're an unselfish group that likes sharing the ball, and they enjoy each other's success. Brian?
Allie, thank you. The Raptors making a switch here. Porter Jr.'s checked in. Martin, the pass to Yurtseven. Now Strus, covered by MP. Pass to Dedmon. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Chris Boucher.
Dedmon likes to play physical. He brings it to the game every night.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Toronto's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Trent, the pass to MP. Back to Trent. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Trent's got 10.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
That was another look at our mobile one drive of the game just a moment ago.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense. That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
The Raptors have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Trent finds Porter. Back to Trent. MP, the pass to Porter. Just 5 on the clock.
Vas-y.
And Trent gets
Yes.
the 3. Trent's
Jr.
got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Trent. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Omer Yurtseven.
So close on the finish. It could have been a three-point opportunity.
At the line for the Raptors,
That's good from
Gary
Trent.
Trent Jr. 2.
Trent hits them both.
Voilà. Très bien.
And for the Heat, they're shooting pretty well at 45%.
On gère notre avance,
Pass
reste
to Martin.
tranquille.
Hero against Trent. Outside Strus.
2 minutes.
4 on the clock. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul.
Ça va, il était pas encore dans le bonus.
Boucher against Dedmon. Outside Strus. And stolen by Boucher.
He couldn't bring the pump
Hey,
fake
guy.
back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
Oh,
That one up quick.
3.
Porter's
Oui,
got 8
Otto.
points.
A dangerous shooter from deep. All Porter needs is a little daylight, and he's good to fire.
Martin outside. Pass to Yurtseven. Six on the shot clock. Back to Martin. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
A remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Ok.
Showing
Allez.
no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Toronto has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. MP outside, out to the right wing. Boucher against Dedman. Trent from long range.
Vas-y.
And the
Oui.
Raptors another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Miami's gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Martin against Porter. Strus with it. Back to Martin. Over Porter. Martin misses.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside for Porter. Strus against Trent. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
The player gets a feel for that floater. It can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Ah, il aurait marqué là.
Looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Oh!
Est-ce
qu'il est passé avant? Je ne pense pas. Est-ce qu'il a tiré avant la fin du... Je ne pense pas.
Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there. Dissect.
Allez, on simule. Ah ça y est, ils ont sorti la... Ah non, ils ont remis leur 5 de départ. Mais ils vont pas rester longtemps, je pense pas. 5 points pour Kyle.
Miami ends up going with a new group. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Birch, he's checked in for Achua. Boucher comes in for Young. MP's checked in for Porter Jr. And it's Benton in for Trent. So for the Raptors right now, MP is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Kim Birch. Then there's Malachi Flynn. And it's Benton in at the 2 guard. Pass to Birch. Hook loose.
Oh,
Butler with a
perdu.
steal.
Ballon perdu.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Feels like Jimmy Butler is getting better on how he finds the open teammates, really elevating his playmaking skills.
Now MP tries to snap the cold streak.
Voilà.
Buries the jump
Merci.
shot.
Merci Delano.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 from the
Là j'étais
perimeter
tout seul,
during
je vais pas le rater, c'est
Hero
pas possible.
outside. And the play-in tournament has been a success, but some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason
Oh,
stats.
le rebond.
Granted, kind of falls in the
Magnifique.
abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, BA, first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think
Ça
these
n'est pas
stats should
passé.
be included in postseason numbers for players.
Oladipo finds Adebayo. The shot no good. Birch with some nice D. Pass to Flynn. Now here's Boucher.
Ouh. Bien Chris.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Hero outside. Adebayo passes to Oladipo. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Oladipo so strong and scoring even with the D, kind of knocking him around a bit on that play.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Allez, Malaki.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
Here's Ben. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Third team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Delano Banton. 2.
À mon avis, ils vont sortir là.
First one falls for him. Well, Grant, the NBA has led the way when it comes to diversity and representation in the high-level jobs. Grant, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, B.A., I love this. I mean, the NBA really
Ouais,
truly
ils ont sorti
has
toute
been a
l'équipe là.
leader when it comes to this. Whether it's coaches, front office, in the league office in New York, living and
Et Denis
embodying the
Sasslin est
spirit
toujours
of
là.
diversity and inclusion is
À
what
plus
the
de 40
NBA
ans.
is all about. It's fun to be a part of.
The NBA where everyone is welcome. It's both from the stripe.
Toujours fidèle au poste.
The Heat shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Raptors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight.
Et en tant que 3 points. Oui, ça passe.
Doing everything for his team.
Ah là là, ça fait plaisir.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Here's Jovic. And they waste no time
Bien sûr, faut qu'il marque derrière.
One part of Duncan Robinson's game doesn't get talked about enough. He is willing to find open teammates.
Pass to MP. Shoots from 14.
Non, ça marchera pas.
He can't get that one to fall. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jovic. Fires the 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Here's Flynn. Pass to Birch. Here's Flynn. So, no problem for
Voilà,
Toronto
terminé.
as they get the win.
Super, 32 points d'avance. C'est super bien passé.
It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Ali LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off.
MP, you got a minute?
Of course, sure.
What's this I hear about you working on some initiative to earn more fans?
Look, man, I've been meaning
I thought I was clear with you. Basketball comes first. End of story.
It does. But I got a lot of people in my ear telling me I gotta do other stuff too, man.
What, Freddie? What did I tell you about him?
I know what you said about Freddie, but just because you don't like him doesn't mean he's gonna disappear.
I told you, talk to me if he gives you a hard time.
He's not giving me a hard time, Othello. The things that I do outside of the court does not distract me from what I need to do on the court or for this team.
I need you focused.
I am focused.
You are a critical building block for the future of this franchise.
I get it, and I appreciate it. I really, really do. But you gotta really trust me on this one, because I got this.
Adam's on the line for you, right?
I'm serious. Let me know if Freddie gives you problems, here?
I promise you. You'll be the first one to know.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that. Give me the... Adam! It's been too long, bro.
Donc James Harden est là. Joel Embiid. Il y a du lourd là. Ça va être...
Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one, and all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game.
Allez, on simule. PJ Tucker a lancé de la maison, même s'il a fait qu'un an. Juste une saison. Voilà, ça y est.
The 76ers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity strike. That's a huge factor.
C'est plus dur, hein, 6 points de retard.
I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And so in the game for the 76ers, on the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Backs off there with Harden, and it's Harris at the 3 spot.
Oui. Ah, ça fait du bien à l'équipe là.
The big talking point with MP, can he make the leap to the pro game? Greg, you think his game
On va être plus tenté, mais là je suis en retard. J'ai pas assez de vitesse.
Van Vliet finds MP. Maxey against Trent. Good, the basket starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And that outstanding drive and finish.
Donc 4 points de retard.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Lets it go from deep. Maxey, no good. Lakers trailed by 4. Kicks it out to Van Vliet.
Allez Fred, ah, il a pas tenté.
Trent outside. Goes back up. And the
Yeah.
basket is good. And he's got a
N1.
chance here for one more at the line.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Tobias Harris.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Second
And
team
last season,
foul.
he made good on about 3 out of every
At the
4
line
free
for
throw attempts.
Toronto.
And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
George Niang, he's checked in for the 76ers. Well, certainly, Clark,
Yes.
the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years.
Here's MP. Fouled on
Oui,
the shot.
Yann.
2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Excellent focus right there. MP absorbing the hit and then powering right through it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Shake Milton comes in for Harris. And it's the Anthony Melton in for James Harden. And it's tied up with that one. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well.
Ah, il est revenu à égalité.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Siakam.
There aren't many players with a quicker first step than Tyrese Maxey.
Now, I love the way he uses it to his advantage, Greg. I mean, he's got an athletic advantage over most of the guys that are defending him, and he'll exploit it every chance he gets. But that quick first step and fearlessness, lethal combination.
And he sinks the second.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Shoots the three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never.
Allez. Oh, ça passe pas. Ça va, le rebond. On a récupéré et ça marche. Et ça a marché.
And there's the pass to Milton. Over MP. A shot by Milton, no good. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Pass to Benton. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet.
Yeah.
And the Raptors take on two more.
And the all-around game of Siakam is so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Here's Melton. Siakam pulls it in. Toronto leading by 3. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Going into the first game of the season, he said we have to attack them inside and in transition. See how that works out. If they don't adjust, we're going to keep pressing. Well, Kevin, that seems like a good idea considering his explosive team that he has. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Here's Benton. He's covered by Maxey. Benton, the pass to MP.
Allez. Ah, mais non.
Get it back. Young, good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Niang. And that one, good. Niang's got his second bucket.
Pick works well there.
Ah, ça va être série.
From the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Benton. Saw him with 10 points last game. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yes.
And the Raptors lead by 3.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
This is it to Milton. Inside. Niang, that's good. Niang's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Van Vliet kicks to MP. Pass to Benton. Just 5 on the clock. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Goes up with the strike. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. MP passes to Young. Good.
Yeah. Ah, il passe décisif enfin.
That was a 7-point Toronto lead.
And you know, Young is no stranger to overcoming aggressive defense, guys. That's just an example of his experience coming into play.
Here's Maxey. No good on that one. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Siakam inside the 3-point line.
Wow.
Tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now. Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. Official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And here are the 76ers now. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 9-point game. Maxey against Young. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Siakam outside. Down low. Here's Embiid. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Embiid demonstrating some muscle on that finish. Knows how to score in those tight spots.
Maxey looking it over.
Oui, bien. Ah bah très prolifique le temps d'écart, 30 plus 30. Oui, on est en tête. Très bien, très bien. Allez, on simule, alors. Allez, 8 points pour moi.
Embiid, the pass to Melton. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The pass to Niang. Outside Maxey. Pass to Niang. Lock at 6. To the wing right side. Shoots from the baseline. Another shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw.
Ah, c'est les duels, hein. C'est quand même Embiid. On a toujours 10 points d'avance. OJ sort.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys. Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid. Still early into the season. It's interesting, though, to keep an eye on the rookies and how they're adjusting, Clark, to the NBA game.
And every first-year player's journey is different and unique. Some come in ready to contribute right away from a physical and mental standpoint. Others really take time to get comfortable and adjusted. So we should not cast any final judgment on any player in 1 year.
Porter is out there with Young. Then it's MP.
Là, ça va être serré jusqu'au bout.
Pascal Siakam. And it's Benton in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's MP.
Allez, t'as des...
Young inside. Hero on him. Siakam trying to free himself.
Ah, non.
Young's shot is off.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Maxey, he scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ah, ça passe pas.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Niang, guarded by Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. 76ers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
At the line for the 76ers, George Niang.
That free throw made. Fred Van Vliet is checked in for Toronto. He hits the second from the line.
1 sur 2.
Raptors leading by 4. Outside Porter. The 3.
Oui, joli auto.
And you know, when Porter first came into the league, he did not have this shot. Now he's a knockdown perimeter shooter.
Right wing. Here's Maxey. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Non, on fait trop de fautes. Hein.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maxey. Maxey hits them both. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. MP passes to Van Vliet. Maxey against MP.
Allez. Oh, il n'y a rien qui rentre là.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior.
Bon, ça va, je récupère le rebond, c'est déjà pas mal.
Van Vliet finds Siakam. To the inside.
Ah, mais...
And the foul called on MP.
Ah, je suis la faute derrière.
I have no clue what they were doing out there. Not the guy you want to foul in this situation.
76ers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Maxey hits them both.
Probably as close to a short ping as you can have at the free throw line.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. And the foul called on MP.
Oh, putain, pas seulement force, n'importe quoi alors.
It's been a pretty sloppy start to the game for them, but they're still in the driver's seat.
C'est abusé là.
And here is Harold. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Maxey. That's good. And that's Embiid with the assist.
Assist from.
Ah, il est trop rapide pour moi.
Third assist on the night. So timeout called here. The first for Toronto. Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
Pass to Siakam.
Oh, encore une balle perdue. Attention, attention. Il a dû laisser aller.
Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 10 points now just in this quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the 76ers?
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight is scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Lays it up off the glass. And now a 3-point Philadelphia lead.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look.
Ah, mauvaise période là.
The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Siakam. Over Embiid. And Siakam.
Ah, enfin ça.
Siakam's got 10 points in the game.
Making the correct read right there. Otto Porter showing you his basketball IQ.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you.
And you guys know JoJo loves busting out these dunks. What an athlete.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T.
Voilà, très bien.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
The end kicks to Melton. Bounce pass, Harold. And she, no good.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Here's Van Vliet. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. 11 points in the game.
Let's make sure you keep
On
getting
finit bien
them
le troisième.
touches. I mean, you
On
love
finit
when
bien
you
la
go
fin
at the offensive
de
end.
ce
Don't
deuxième
go away
quart.
from it.
Out to the right wing. Here's Maxey on the money from 12 feet away. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Ah, il est dur à jouer.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hit.
Porter dishes to Embiid. And Bleed on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. VanVleet's a strong finisher for his side.
From 11 feet away. No good. Guys, it's been all about Fred VanVleet for Toronto. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter.
The 76ers.
Toujours serré, hein. 70-69. C'est pas mal.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game.
Alors. Trois présences.
Achua, he's checked in for Siakam. Chris Boucher comes in for OG Anunoby. And MP subbed in for Trent.
Ouais, la faute.
That's for the 76ers. Anthony Melton, he's checked in for PJ Tucker. And it's Jake Milton in for James Harden. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Harrison and Embiid are manning the post positions. Jake Milton is out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Maxey in at the 3.
Alors, est-ce que je vais réussir les deux encore? Oui, ça va. J'ai eu peur là que la jauge soit pas bonne.
Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's
Et c'est bon, ça
to
passe.
approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Now the pass to Melton. And Embiid.
Oh là.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
VanVleet against Maxey. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to
Ah,
get
ça
that
c'est
one
sûr, la
to
faute.
the
Hein.
contact.
That's his second.
Vous pouvez pas passer là.
The points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the
At the
Raptors.
line for
I like how
Toronto.
simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Pass to Milton. VanVleet against Maxey. Bucket is good. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball.
Ah, il nous fait des misères, lui.
Yeah, I
Hein.
think they've got to ramp up the
Maxey.
aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive that happened a moment ago.
Voilà.
Just a huge play in this hotly contested game.
The 76ers trailed by 5.
Dans les distances, on est pas mal.
Milton with it. No points in the game yet for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Precious Achua.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Well, Shake Milton Clark is 6'5", has a 7-foot wingspan. I mean, that is insane size for a guard.
It sure is.
Ouais, ils sont toujours au contact. Hein. On n'arrive pas à creuser l'écart.
think that's critical in today's NBA with all of the switching we see defensively. So Shake's effort level helps him on defense as well. It's the wingspan and the work that make him a versatile defender.
And he has got that shot in the
bag. Tenté, hein. J'étais un peu libre. Hein.
On the wing, Milton. Over Barnes. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Allez, vas-y Fred. Ah non, ça passe pas. Allez, touche. Sortie pour Murphy.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harden's checked in. Young with the steal.
Yeah.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
Oh non, mais oh là là là. Sortie, putain, à peine récupéré. Ah, on a fait de la merde là. Je sais pas combien il est de points, James Harden là. On n'a pas vu beaucoup.
Harden against Van Vliet. Now here's Harden. G right on him.
Ah, il a raté.
Cash in from close range. Toronto working the ball around him. And the dunk by Boucher.
Yeah, Chris.
Nice timing on these jumps. Somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, he sure is a talented combo forward with terrific feel for the game. Harris can score in bunches.
MP passes to Boucher. Back to MP.
Allez. Ah, ça passe pas.
Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. In the corner, it's Melton. Boom! He jams it straight down.
You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammate shots. Does a really good job setting up the shooting.
Here's Van Vliet.
Allez. Ah, ça rentre pas non plus, Fred. Dommage.
And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy.
Allez, tombe.
Yep, exactly.
Un point d'avance.
If there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Toronto calls timeout.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Here's Van Vliet.
Allez, Fred, voilà. Là, ça rentre.
Van Vliet's got 12 points in just the second half.
As he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Harden drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Ouf, qu'est-ce que j'ai fait là?
No good. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. Harden outside. For the lead, Embiid trying to break loose. Offensive rebound. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15
Ah, il fait un sacré boulot, Embiid là.
Là,
ils ont pris la tête.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys too.
Van Vliet against Harden. Barnes looking around. On the arc. Good on the
Voilà. OJ. Non, Scotty.
Frustrating for coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And the game still
Ouh, c'est chaud.
Toronto ahead. They lead by 2.
2 points d'avance avant d'attaquer le 3e et le 4e carton. C'est hyper serré.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision.
Ça me concernait, mais c'est pas moi qui fais la passe.
Perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate.
Allez, on attaque le quatrième quart. Allez, vas-y, vas-y. Ah, il a pas tenté. OJ n'a pas tenté.
So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Trent outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. MP right side.
Ah, j'étais trop loin là.
Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Maxey kicks to Embiid. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Anunoby's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebound advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close.
Ça veut pas, ça veut
On the
pas.
boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
On the wing, Harden. Pass to Embiid. That one, no good. Good D by Siakam. Barnes with it, and it's Harden picking him
Ah mais non.
up. Stolen by Harden.
Et la faute. Attention, c'est la 5e. Il va être pris par les fautes là. Il va pas pouvoir faire ce qu'il veut maintenant. Je crois qu'il va sortir. Moi je sortirai. Je le garderai pour la fin du match là.
All free throws good from Tucker. Toronto shooting percentage 59%. The offense is running smoothly. MP passes to Siakam.
Allez Pascal. Voilà, passe décisive, super.
And it's not easy to get that shot on target with so much contact. Siakam just shakes it off, determined to finish through.
Harden kicks to Melton. They get the rebound. Embiid. Oh, the jam by Embiid.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's
On passe meneur de jeu ici. Allez, Gary.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Here's Trent. 2 free throws.
Ah, mais ça veut plus rentrer.
Anthony Melton. That's his 2nd personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Raptors, Gary Trent Jr. taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Tobias Harris is checked in for Anthony Melton. Trent hits them both. 76ers trailing. On the wing, Harris. The pass to Tucker. Here's Maxey. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses.
Ah là
PJ Tucker. That's his 2nd personal foul.
Bon, lancez franc.
2nd team foul.
On va s'appliquer.
At the line for Toronto.
Pas déconner là, de que 2 points d'avance.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
Voilà.
You know, one of the things I think that makes MP so fun to watch is how much fun he's having out there. You can tell the thrill of the game never gets old for this guy.
And both free throws good for MP. Just a little under 2.5 minutes to pass now here in the 4th. Harden with it. Now defended by MP.
Ah, il est tout seul là. Ah là là, rupture là. c'est pas de ma faute. Là. On lui a donné 2 points faciles là. Et ils vont pas nous lâcher. Hein.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Barnes with it.
Allez, Scotty. Allez, non, raté là, complètement. Je sais pas ce qui s'est passé avec la jauge là.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Ah non, ballon perdu, non.
One-on-one here. Maxey with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the lane. Embiid's got 12 points here in the second half. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the
Pas vrai.
When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Barnes against Harris. Shot from free throw range. There's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Watch out now. The process is at work.
MP up top. He's covered by Maxey. MP passes to Anunoby. Trent outside. 5 to shoot. Anunoby finds MP. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Philadelphia ball.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for MP.
Allez, reviens.
Fred VanVleet.
The 76ers leading by 4. Astro.
Allez. Ah là, 8 points de retard, là, ça commençait à être chaud, là. Allez, 5 points. Non, je crois que c'est mort, là. Ce sera notre première défaite. Ah, il fallait bien que ça arrive, hein. Première défaite.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is...
What do you say to the people who question the wisdom of your decision to participate in a PR offensive to win over the hearts and minds of the city?
Ok, donc on va...
Well, first of all, I wouldn't phrase it like that, Nate. A PR offensive to win over the hearts and mind of the city? I mean, it makes it sound like I'm dropping propaganda pamphlets out of an airplane or something. Bro, all I'm trying to do is help the people in my community and get to know them better. That's it.
Well, listen, you know, I don't question your desire to support your community. But what I've reported on is much more sophisticated than a simple desire to help. I mean, it seems a little, how do you say, calculated.
Okay, well, I'm the kind of guy that takes a very systematic approach to everything that I do. So I asked for the team's help on this because they've been part of this community for a long time, you know? And they have roots here, and I thought that it may be able to help me establish a relationship with the fans. You know, it's not some sort of evil scheme that's going on here. You know, I just know that if I want to accomplish something, I need to set a goal for myself. Simple as that.
I mean, okay. Well, that's fair enough. I'm just asking questions here, MP.
Well, that's just one way to put it.
Well, okay. Well, how would you put it?
You know, man, it feels like you're trying to stir up some drama right now. But honestly, I'm not even mad about it, because that's your job, so I'll give you that. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to not stand up for myself, though. You know, I'm not built that way and never have been. So you'll see for yourself soon enough.
Okay, you got it.
I was wondering if I could ask you about Nate White's report that you've been asked to participate in PR initiatives by the team.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I think it sounds like a really cool idea, and I'm wondering if you can talk about maybe some of the things you might be doing or some of the things you might be looking forward to.
Hey, I'd just like to clear something up really quickly. This isn't just some cynical marketing ploy. You know, it's a legitimate desire to do good in this community.
Okay, thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, for sure. And to answer your question, there's not one thing that I'm excited by. You know, it's just an idea that I get to use my platform, you know, my position in society to help people. You know, it's always been one of the most exciting things about being a pro athlete to me, at least. You know, so as soon as I got to the league, you know, I made sure I had a plan in place to go by doing that.
And the organization has helped you with that?
Without a doubt. You know, they've let me know that I've got their full support, which I'm so thankful for. You know, but it's up to me and my team to drive this, so I think that's really cool as well. You know, if it was them telling me what to do, I could see why people would have an issue with it, but it's not like that at all.
That's great. Sounds like the city will be lucky to have you around, MP.
Thanks, man.
Ok, bon, bah on va cesser là-dessus les amis, j'espère que ça vous a plu, likez, partagez, commentez, abonnez-vous si c'est pas déjà fait, n'oubliez pas la petite cloche pour le référencement de la chaîne et pour rien rater de mes vidéos, on se donne rendez-vous pour la suite et encore une fois, compte Philadelphie, j'espère que ça se passera mieux cette fois-ci et d'ici là portez-vous bien, amusez-vous bien, prenez soin de votre bon proche, allez, ciao ciao.